WUMS, University Oxford.
To the other side. This is Mike Kistler, and welcome back to the show that has been every Thursday at 3, where we talk about and listen to underground music, whether it be local or around the world. Specifically, I suppose, rock music, though. With next week being Halloween, I hope to change that up a little bit and get a little spooky. But for this week, we're going to do things as normal. I'm really excited. I was listening to a lot of I was getting bored of the same shoegazy rock music I was listening to, and so I went on my way to go look around for new music, and I accidentally stumbled upon this band. I believe they're from Virginia. I don't know if they're still active at the moment, but they have one record that I found online that I thought was absolutely superb. It's a band called Static Daydream, like I said, from Virginia, and their self-titled record is the only thing I could really find at the moment, but this is the opening track off of it, and it's called More Than Today. More Than Today. All I could find out about the band is that they're made up of a guy who is in a band called Skywave, which later turned into A Place to Bury Strangers, I believe. Really prominent in New York, noisy rock band. But that was from 2015. From Virginia, More Than Today by Static Daydream. We're going to go back in time a little bit. This is a song, I believe, from 1988 by one of my friends who I've met online. Well, that sounds a bit scary. It's not. He was in a couple of prominent bands, like the Jesus and Mary Chain, Black Box Recorder, and Revolution 9. This is John Moore with his song from his debut solo record, called John Moore and the Expressway. This song is called Something About You, Girl.
Seems like a funny thing to do, to say those words, I love you. Sounds like such a clumsy thing to say. If it works, then it's okay. And there's something about you, girl, and I want you around, not just today, not just tomorrow, but forever. Yeah, there's something about you that's already found, and I don't want to lose it. 'Cause you are beautiful to me, beautiful to me. And they say it only happens once, and now it's happening to me. Yeah, there's something about you, girl, and I want you around. I love the pretty clothes you wear. You love the colors that you dye your hair. I don't believe it, I can't believe it. Sometimes I wake up to make sure you're still there. And there's something about you, girl, and I want you around, not just today, not just tomorrow, but forever. Yeah, there's something about you that's already found, and I don't wanna lose it. 'Cause you are beautiful to me, beautiful to me. And they say it only happens once, and now it's happening to me. Yeah, there's something about you, girl, and I want you around. Something about you, girl. Something about you, girl. Something about you, girl, and I want you around. Yeah, there's something about you, girl, and I want you around. Not just today, not just tomorrow, but forever. Yeah, there's something about you that's already found, and I don't want to lose it. Something about you, girl. Something about you, girl. Something about you, girl, and I want you around. Something about you, girl, and I want you around. Not just today, not just tomorrow, but forever. Yeah, there's something about you that's already found, and I don't want to lose it. Something about you, girl. Something about you, girl.
And that was Something About You, Girl by John Moore and the Expressway. I think it's rather unfortunate. He's a really talented singer-songwriter in his own sense, but he always kind of just gets lumped in with the Jesus and Mary Chain and Black Box Recorder as just a musician within those bands. But go check out John Moore on Bandcamp. He has some new records out that are really good. My favorite one is like, I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's like Knickerbacker or something. I don't remember, but it's one with like ice cream float on the cover. It's a really good record. But we're staying in England for this track. We're going forward in time though to 1992. This is a band by so there's a song by a band called Ride, and it's called Twisterella. Ride with Twisterella. They're pretty... I don't know. I just recently got into them. I always seen people say, "Oh, I love Ride. I love Ride." Yeah, and to me, it was like My Bloody Valentine or something. I was just like, you know, a call sign for hipsters. But I listened to their record. I think it was called "Leave Them All Behind" from '92, and it features that song on it. And I was like, "Wow, this is an incredible record." But we're gonna go back 6 years and go all the way to Scotland, which is still in the UK, but it's a different country. So. But this is by a female-fronted band. I realize I haven't been playing as much female music as I would like to, so I'm going to definitely work on changing that. Though Mickey with Women Who Rock, I think, has that covered, but I like to show some diversity. But this track is by the Shop Assistants, one of my favorite Scottish indie pop bands, and it's called I Don't Want to Be Friends With You. And that was I Don't Want to Be Friends With You by the Shop Assistants. I have some guy staring at me right now, taking pictures of me. I hope he's not insulting me or something. I'll just assume that his amused smile is him just not knowing that there was a college station on campus. Anyway, we're going to go to some words from our sponsors.
Give them what they really want. The gift of blockbuster movies with gift cards from Malco Theaters. Malco gift cards and our new gourmet popcorn are the perfect gifts for making memories all year long. Shop online at malco.com or in the app. Gift your memories today at malco.com.
Hey, are you chronically...
The Daily Mississippian distributes thousands of its papers across the Ole Miss campus, Oxford, and beyond. The DM newsletter reaches over 27,000 subscribers each and every week. The website, easily over 1 million impressions regularly. If you want Ole Miss and Oxford to know about your business, advertise in the Daily Mississippian. Call 662-259-6081 to ask about our print, online, and newsletter advertising packages. That's 662-259-6081. Or email dmads@olemiss.edu.
All right, update on the guy. He just held up a phone and said, "What station?" And I just said 92.1. Hopefully he doesn't post something horrible about me on TikTok or something. I kid. But anyway, the next track I have is a local song. I always try to have a local artist from the South on because I think that it's really important to have that kind of representation. I would like to take a moment, though, and ask that if anyone out there that is currently listening, if you are active in a band or you know of some really great local underground music from the Mid-South, please send it to the Instagram for this page, which is all one word, Take Me to the Other Side 92.1. I would greatly appreciate hearing some new local artists and everything and playing them on the show. But this is a band I've championed quite a few times in the show, Switchblade Kid from Memphis, Tennessee. And this is a song, another jangly pop song. I was in a jangly mood when I put the show together. And this is a song called Parking Lot.
Don't
was Parking Lot by Switchblade Kid. That was released in 2023 from Memphis, Tennessee. Like that rhyme, I could have been a beat poet. Anyway, this next track is from 1985 by a band that's pretty popular for a few other songs. This song comes off a record that featured a tune by them called Allegio, which is popular for like a minute because it was in Stranger Things. Not my favorite song on that record, not because it's on Stranger Things, just that I wasn't really that crazy about that track. It's good, but I really like this song. I like how, I guess, whimsical it is a little bit, because New Order at this point were a little bit of like a depressive UK, like not gothic, but definitely an alternative, like wearing very straight clothes, looking straight down the whole time at their concerts kind of vibe. But I think this is a great song, and it's called Love Vigilantes by New Order.
I would die, and I will see it.
that was Love Vigilantes by New Order. The next track I have is another English band. I realized I picked a lot of English bands. Oh well. But anyway, so this next track is by another band who are near and dear to my heart. Unfortunately, the lead singer of this band suffered, I believe it was meningitis or whatever it was, and basically means that he is out of the music business. But this is a track that I really love by the Television Personalities called, it's off their debut record called And Don't the Kids Just Love It? A great album. Mac DeMarco and such have cited it as an influence. But this track is called Look Back in Anger. Television Personalities with Look Back in Anger from 1981. I love that band so much, and I really am very depressed that I'll never have the chance to see them. I mean, I guess I could spend, Lord, like $300 to $400 flying to England, because there is a Television Personalities band still gigging made up of former members minus the main songwriter Dan Tracy, but I don't have that money, and if I did, it's not really the real thing. But anyway, I was going to say let's listen to some more words from our sponsors, but it's not that. I don't know how to describe it. Let's listen to some words from the people who give me words to play over the radio. How about that?
Hey, are you chronically online but really don't want to admit it? Love to hear about nostalgic trends and their lore? Tune into blog.com every Tuesday at 7 with me, DJ Mai, and I'll let you in on the fun. Stay online.
Okay, if I had known that was DJ Mai, I would have been so snarky with it. Lovely person, lovely person. Go tune in to that show. But the next track we have is by another band that's near and dear to my heart, and I'll never have the chance to see them either because they broke up in '82 and have not reformed. But this is a band called The Jam and their 1979 single, Strange Town. that was The Jam with Strange Town. I love that band. It's very unfortunate. The drummer of that band, Rick Buckler, unfortunately passed away due to non-disclosed causes, not public anyway. Earlier this year, it was very, very gut-wrenching for me because that was a big band for me in high school. It had me, if you have the chance, go check out pictures of them. One of the most stylish bands ever. They always wore like tailored suits and things. Punk band doing that. It's kind of unheard of. But the next track I have is another very stylish and fashionable band. We're coming back to America now. This is a band called Love from California, though the lead singer and the lead guitar player both are from Memphis, Tennessee. But this is a song off their iconic... it's strange with underground music because some of it's like, oh, this is an iconic record, but then it's like, okay, well, none of this ever gets played on the radio. No one knows what it is, but it's iconic to those who know it. And that's a good example of this record Forever Changes. I guess you could say it's like a Colts album or whatever. But anyway, this is a track called A House Is Not a Motel by Love.
At my house I've got no shackles. You can come and look if you want to. Through the halls you'll see the mantles where the light shines dim all around you. And the streets are paved with gold. And if someone asks you, you can call my name. You're just a thought that someone, somewhere, somehow feels you should be here. And it's so for real to touch, to smell, to feel, to know where you are here. And the streets are paved with gold. And if someone asks you, you can call my name. You can call my name. I hear you calling my name. Yeah. All right. By the time that I'm through singing, the bells from the schools of walls will be ringing. More confusions, blood transfusions. The news today will be the movies for tomorrow. And the waters turn to blood. And if you don't think so, go turn on your tub. And if it's mixed with mud, you see it turn to gray. Then you can call my name. I hear you calling my name.
And that was Love with A House Is Not a Motel. That's a song from 1967. As again, it features Johnny Echoes on lead guitar from Memphis, Tennessee. One of my favorite guitar tracks, totally chaotic and wild. This will be my last song for the day. It's a little bit of a move forward to California in the 90s. This is a song called Hide and Seek by the Brian Jonestown Massacre. Hide and Seek. Thank you all for tuning in, and make sure to tune in next week at the same time for next week's show, which will be a little bit of a Halloween special since it'll be right before Halloween. But that's all for today. Thank you all for tuning in, and I appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your day, and have a great weekend.